Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Legend, and I'm back with another video. You already know what this is just by looking at the thumbnail. Now, before we get into the video, Happy New Year to all my subscribers, all my new returning subscribers. Happy New Year. Hope y'all had a great start to y'all new year. For all the New Year's resolutions that you guys may or may not have made, I hope you guys can keep them. But without further ado, let's get into this intro so we can just start this what if.
Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine, yeah. Everything I do, I'm just being genuine, yeah. I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline, yeah. I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah.
Alright guys, real quick before we get into this, if you are a new subscriber coming into this video and you haven't watched the previous parts, go and start with part 1. This is a very interesting series, so I deeply recommend you start at part 1. You will not regret it. But let's continue. Captain Yamato, are you okay? Cried Shizune. Said man stood up slowly holding his injury. No, I'm not. I think my neck is fractured. I need to see the Hokage. Shizune spoke once more. I can heal you. Captain Yamato spoke with urgency in his voice. No, that's unnecessary, but thank you. Please, request the Hokage to come here. Shizune turned to go and do as asked, but then she stopped and looked over her shoulder. Before I do, what happened? Yamato had a genuine look of a man thinking hard. That's the issue. That is why I want to see her. I don't remember what happened. Shizune turned forward, keeping her composure. Oh, okay. I'll be right back. Moments later, Tsunade enters the room alone. Tsunade slowly walked up to Yamato before she spoke. You've lost your memory. Yamato looked around the room for a split second, then he began to speak in a hushed tone. No, I haven't. I remember everything in detail. I lied to Shizune to convince her to bring you here. We should discuss everything in private. Tsunade nodded and turned her back as she spoke. Understood. My office. Meet me there in 30 minutes. She then vanished into Shenshin, going back to her place of work, and soon, Ino walked in. Lady Hokage? You wanted to see me? Tsunade pushed aside the sake bottle that was on her desk before she spoke. Yes, thank you for rushing here so quickly. Please, take a seat. What I'm about to say will be disturbing and shocking. Ino nodded and took her seat. Tsunade gazed at Ino for a few seconds before she finally spoke. I have reason to believe that Sakura has betrayed Konoha and is behind Naruto's sudden disappearance. Ino jumped to her feet and began to raise her voice, not out of anger, but out of surprise and shock. What the hell are you saying, Tsunade? Sakura would never betray Konoha, and to hurt Naruto, she is in love with him. Tsunade remained calm as she spoke once more to her third student. Don't be blinded by the obvious truth, Ino. She was the last person seen with Naruto, and her behavior since his disappearance, it's unlike her. Ino didn't want to believe it, and she continued to defend her best friend. Her being seen with him last doesn't mean anything, and her behavior since his disappearance, wouldn't anyone react that way if their loved one was missing? This is just ridiculous. I can't believe what you're saying. Tsunade released a sigh as she rubbed her temples, thinking of her next move. Ino, effective immediately, I am promoting you to Assistant Medical Director for Konoha Hospital. You will be spying on Sakura for an indefinite amount of time. Therefore, I will need you to pocket your personal feelings and follow your orders. Ino was getting angry in the direction that this conversation was going, and it showed in the tone of her voice. No, I will not. I decline. Sakura is my best friend. We are like sisters. I will not do something like that to her. I'm sorry, Lady Hokage, but like I said, my answer is no. Tsunade fixed a stern gaze onto Ino. What about Naruto? Don't you care about him? What if everything I'm saying is the truth and exposing Sakura makes us one step closer to finding him? Ino thought of her blonde friend. Very well. I'll accept. Just know, I am against this. I believe this is a complete waste of time and resources. Sakura is innocent, and that will be proven. Tsunade's look softened. She didn't want her pupil to be guilty at all. I genuinely hope that she will be proven innocent. I hope that I am proven to be completely wrong. But until that is reality, this is the steps that we must take. Ino asked when she was supposed to start, and Tsunade said today. Tsunade then turned and spoke again. Yamato, explain everything. Yamato shook his head. He was disappointed in himself for letting his guard down so easily. I lost her, Lady Hokage. I have no idea where Sakura is as of right now. Tsunade raised her tone just a bit, allowing some emotion to show. What? How could this happen? Yamato released a sigh as he had to recall and tell the shameful memory. I was following her. I followed her dozens of miles outside of the village. Suddenly, she disappeared and everything went black. When I woke up, I was lying on a tree limb. She or something else knocked me out. Tsunade sighed. If you had to guess, do you believe it was her or someone else? Yamato was quiet for a few seconds, thinking of his next words carefully. Her disappearing and me being knocked unconscious within that moment? It's not a coincidence. Sakura likely knew. I had been following her from the beginning, and she waited for the perfect moment to strike. Tsunade nodded. As I warned you, her sensory abilities are on another level. I'm sorry for putting you in the crossfire, Yamato. Please forgive me. Yamato raised a hand, stopping the apology. You shouldn't be the one apologizing, Lady Hokage. If anyone should be, it's me. I failed you and the village. I should have been better, and now we have no evidence against her. That is quite alright, Yamato. For now, I'm pulling you off of this assignment. Yamato was taken aback. He was confused. What? Why? I won't fail again, I promise. I just let my guard down for a moment. I have learned from my mistake. Tsunade looked away from him. I'm not doing this because of that, Yamato. I am removing you from this assignment simply because it's too dangerous now. This is likely a warning from Sakura. I fear if you follow her again, she will try to kill you. I won't risk losing you, Yamato. The risk versus reward just isn't worth it. Yamato was now starting to let his emotions show just a little bit. Is it not? If she really is a traitor, she is a dangerous person to Konoha and its people. Furthermore, she is the director of the hospital. We would be entrusting our sick and wounded to a traitor. Tsunade spoke again. This is an issue that I have already addressed, Yamato. Ino has been promoted to assistant medical director. She will be keeping an eye on Sakura while they're working in the hospital. You told Ino everything. Tsunade nodded. Yamato was now confused. But you just said yourself that it's too dangerous. Why risk someone else too? Tsunade leaned forward, resting her elbows on her desk with her hands in a steeping position to show her power and authority. Sakura is a lot of things, but a fool isn't one of them. She would never attack anyone within the village. She would quickly be comprehended if that happened. A risk that she wouldn't dare take. Yamato nodded. Understood. Well, I guess I should be leaving. I shall return to my usual duties. Tsunade spoke before he could leave. Yamato, I know you're disappointed, and I'm sorry for that, but I don't feel like this is permanent. I'm just sidelining you for the time being. Be on standby, okay? Of course. Thank you. And when you come, I will be ready. I assure you. Yamato then vanished, leaving her office. Tsunade leaned back in her chair and sighed. Sakura, it's beginning to look like I'll have to deal with you myself. Meanwhile, off in the distance, Sakura stood there, shocked. Shizune? You're Kabuto's agent? Shizune smirked before answering. That's right. I am one of many in Konoha. You need to know that Tsunade is on to you. I know you likely guessed that already, as Yamato was tailing you, but I wanted you to have confirmation. Sakura huffed. Yeah, but thank you, Shizune. I'm assuming she's planning to strip me of all my duties and security clearances. As of now, she isn't. She doesn't have any solid proof. She can't do anything until she gathers hard evidence, and if you continue to play your cards right, that will never happen. Sakura smirked. I believe I've been doing that quite well. I have nothing to worry about. Shizune glared at Sakura. Your behavior, as of late, has been quite uncharacteristic of you, Sakura. Correct it, unless you intend to expose yourself. But if you do that, your new agreement with Lord Kabuto will be void. Sakura quickly nodded. Right, I will be better. Is there anything else that I should know, Shizune? Shizune grinned. Ino has been promoted to assistant medical director simply to spy on you. You don't make any mistakes in the hospital, as if you do, it will certainly be reported to Tsunade. Sakura got a look of fury on her face. Tsunade, that bitch! Thank you, Shizune. I appreciate this. All of it. Also, before you go, why are you doing this? You've been by Tsunade's side for ages. Shizune fixed Sakura with a stern gaze. Our reasons for serving Lord Kabuto and betraying our village is quite similar. As Lord Kabuto promised to bring back your lover, he promised to bring back my brother. Sakura nodded. When should we meet next? If I have any more intel for you, Sakura, I will come to you until then. Continue life as normal and remember everything that I have said. Don't make any mistakes or otherwise Lord Kabuto will be done with you. Meanwhile, with Kakashi and Haruka, Kakashi glanced around his surroundings, seeing the slight rustling of bushes. Haruka, we have some visitors. Huh? Suddenly, Bulat and Tatsumi stand in front of the two shinobi. Bulat glared at Kakashi. Your senses are quite remarkable. You are the first to ever detect us. Tatsumi notices that the two shinobi were wearing the same or similar attire to Naruto. What are you two doing all the way out here? You don't belong here, that much is obvious. Haruka, not wanting any trouble, spoke. We aren't here to fight. We are just looking for our friend. We believe he's somewhere in these lands. Perhaps you've seen him. He's roughly 6 feet tall, blonde hair with blue eyes. He wears a headband just like ours. Tatsumi thinks to himself before speaking. They were looking for Naruto, but were they really his friends, or were they the ones who tried to kill him? Tatsumi didn't want to risk it at all. We haven't seen him, sorry. So your best thing to do is to turn around and go back to wherever you came from. Kakashi was stubborn. He was going to find his little brother figure, and he let this be known. In that case, we are sorry too, as we won't be going anywhere until we find our friend. Bulat then began to make a big mistake. Then it looks like we have a problem. Kakashi was now getting tired of the bullshit that the two of these randoms were spewing. We won't, if you both stop lying and tell us where our friend is. Tatsumi, not knowing what he was doing, not knowing that he was only making the hole bigger, continued with a lie. As I said before, we haven't seen your friend. Now, I'm going to tell you once more before this whole situation goes somewhere that neither of you wishes for it to go. Now go turn around and leave these lands, or you both will regret it. Bulat decided that he was going to back up his friend. Take his warning and get out of here. We won't show any mercy. Iruka let it be known to Kakashi that he wasn't leaving until he found his friend, Naruto. Kakashi, I'm not leaving until we get Naruto back home. Kakashi then spoke. I was about to say the same thing, Iruka. It seems this situation is going to get escalated, but it is the reverse, Iruka. And we are perfectly fine with this disagreement getting escalated. It is you two that will regret it reaching that far. Stay behind me, Iruka. This won't take long at all. Kakashi began to raise his headband, showing his 3 totem Sharingan. Hopefully, this will be an example to any other of your comrades to stay out of our way, Night Raid. Bulat was shook. How? How do you know the name of our organization? Tatsumi tried to calm him. Everyone in these parts knows the name of our organization. Don't become agitated just yet. Najida then jumped down in front of Tatsumi and Bulat. Stand down, both of you. These two are not our enemies. She then turned to face the man that she once fell in love with. It's been a long time, Kakashi. Far too long, Najinda. Iruka looked in between the two. Kakashi, is this? Yes, Iruka. It's her. But guys, I'm going to end it off right here. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe while you're at it. And once again, Happy New Year, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.